Hey, what's up, guys? It's Phil Trigger with another Deck Builders Do's and Don'ts. Today we're going to talk about mixed decks. Mixed decks are one of the more uncommon kind of decks out there, but they can be very powerful. But you have to mix the right kinds of clans. For example, a buddy of mine tried Oracle Think Tanks and Novas, thinking that you could abuse CEO more than usual. The thing is, Novas need to be Vanguard, and so do Oracle Think Tanks. So you have to pick two clans that can mix well but don't contradict each other, and they don't need to hog up the spot. For example, the only cards I have that are very situational are Coco. And that's it. Her effect is, if I have a Oracle Think Tank Vanguard, I can use her effect. If I don't, so what? So naturally, I run more Oracle Think Tanks than I would Kagura's. The reason I picked these two combinations is because Amaterasu is an amazing Vanguard. Even as a rearguard, she's okay because she can still use her Mega Blast effect, which I really don't focus on. It's not worth it right now. But mainly, she's in the ideal situation for this deck, she's going to be my Vanguard. A 14 consistent beater backed up by a Coco or something else, so she's a 20 and 20 above. It's just really broken like that. And then also have my Overlords, which can be my Vanguard, don't get me wrong, but they're better off as a rearguard because his effect can be used as a rearguard. Counterblast 3, gains 5,000 power, can kill everything in the front row, yada yada yada. So to this deck, like I said earlier in my deck profile, it focuses on using her ability to check my triggers, along with Coco's. And then planning out so I can use my Overlord plays, Vanguard plays, etc., bracket plays, all that kind of jazz. So for mixed decks, these are the things to watch out for. The triggers. Always have your triggers balanced out as best as you can. For example, I run, all my criticals are Kagero, all my heals are Oracle Think Tank, and then about 2/3 of my draws are Oracle Think Tank, and the only draws I have for Kagero are Monica. So essentially my thing is split. It's 8-8. 8 Kageros, 8 Oracle Think Tanks. The way I have it that is because I do run an odd number of just layout. I mean, I run 6 grade 1s of Kageros, and then I run 8 grades, grade 2 and above. I mean, oh, sorry about that. 6 grade 1 for Kageros, 4 grade 2s for Kageros, and 4 grade 2s for grade 3s for Kageros. I don't know, I'm confused. Anyways, and then I run a little higher account for the Oracle Think Tank. So overall, it's just 2 more cards in my Kagero account. Either way, I want to have them balanced so I can always get that trigger off. The main worry about mixed decks is you will not get those triggers off. It's a main weakness in them, but as long as you keep a mixed back row, where they can't be touched. For example, if I have Geminis and Bars in the back row, usually my opponent can't touch those, so they won't mess up my triggers. Never have one solid thing. Always try to keep your deck, your clan, your field mixed up with 2 of the clans that you're using. If you want to mix in 3, make the 3rd clan a tech. For example, I'm taking 3 Brackies just because he's a really powerful beater. Other than that, no real use. I mean, my triggers are still going to go off with the Oracles and the Kageros, so that's fine. But you don't want them to contradict, like I said earlier. Amaterasu, she can be the Vanguard all day long. Overlord, he can be the Vanguard all day long. And they can also just swap, but Amaterasu is going to be my Vanguard, Overlord is going to be my rearguard. It's just how it works. And, you know, the minuses about mixed decks is the triggers. That's really it. And, just the way the deck flows. Some mixed decks do not flow because it's the wrong clans mixing in with the wrong clans. For triggers, on the other hand, this is the main worry, because if I have a field full of Kageros and I check into an Oracle Think Tank trigger, I'm screwed. I don't get any plus off that. I simply just get the trigger, add to my hand, yada yada yada. So you always want to keep it mixed, like I said, keep your back row mixed as well, and just keep it like that. And also, the major pluses in mixed decks is you can run more of stuff. For example, I can run 8 grade 1 AK boosters. That's pretty good. And then I can run 8 grade 2 10k attackers. Very good. And I can also run 2 kinds of broken grade 3s. A 14k and an 11k. Just so good. And like I said earlier, I take the Brachy because he's just too good. But overall, the mixed decks have pluses and minuses, just like every other deck. But a lot of people worry about them too much. Mixed decks aren't bad. Do not worry about that. They're not bad at all. They just need a little bit more thinking, a little bit more planning, and they need to be consistent overall. I've seen decks where they're mixed decks that kind of have like a special plan, like, oh, I'm going to use this twice because this and this and this. It can do that, but if it doesn't do that on a consistent basis, it's not worth running. It's like an OTK deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! You can OTK with it, kill your opponent off in one turn, sure, but if you don't get the combo pieces consistently every single time, it's not worth running, really. So, yeah, guys, this is just my mixed deck. If you need any help, I'm glad to help. Just send me your deck lists, and thumbs up if you notice the cards over here creeping right there. That's Asian trigger and stupidness. Anyways, don't forget to comment, subscribe, and yeah, just keep watching, guys. I'll bring out more content as I go, and I hope to keep you guys watching for a long time. Later.